Right at it. Right at it. Oh, he's done it again. Just as he did at the John Deere for his first win.
Alrighty, welcome to the live episode of the Go Get That podcast. We're previewing the Masters this week with you guys. Just a heads up, I'm a little under the weather. I got sick last night, but we're pushing through. This is a long week. There's pros and cons to this. I get to skip school. I don't have to go to classes for the Masters, but at the same time, this week's a long week for us. We're grinding. We're going live every day. So sore throat doesn't help, but we got our nice little comfort over here, and it's gonna be a fun night for sure.
It's just a fun week from our point of view. There's just so much access as a fan to what's going on at the Masters with the par 3. All the photos that are being taken. And we seem to have so many followers that are at Augusta. So obviously jealous of that, but this is probably the best week of the year. That arguably the best golf course on the planet.
Yeah, I don't have much more to add than that. I'm still trying to get my FanDuel bearings here. So.
Oh yeah. That'll be late in the show anyway, so you don't really have to worry about it. But I'm glad you guys are here. It's a big week. Masters Eve, that's right. We'll be checking in with the chat. I got my grandfather's dog's sister's stepson to tune in, so that's pretty sick. Love that.
Take the viewer.
But yeah, later we're gonna break down everything basically just like it's a normal pod, and then later we will send the Zoom link out and you guys can join up, and we'll have some followers come on, so that should be sick. If there are any connection audio issues, let us know. But I think we're basically good to go. So I think we gotta start with Jordan. Obviously, it's been a week. He's been here since Monday, which is normal. He did not play in the par 3 today, which is, I guess, a little unfortunate, but we did get to see him with Sammy in that bib, which is what we all want to see. So that was sick. I don't know what I'll let you guys give your thoughts on the week so far.
It's Augusta. The 5 top 3s and 8 appearances kind of speak for themselves. Jordan said in his press conference on Tuesday that a successful week would be a week where he's in contention going into the weekend. And I think that's obviously the bare minimum I think he's got a good chance to win this week. It's just a fun week.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think the Masters is always a good week, always a good time. Obviously with, Tiger being back, that, adds quite a bit to it. The best player in the past 30 years is now, front and center stage again after being, nearly killed in a car crash. And just a good week. I loved seeing the par 3 pictures. Obviously, we're live recording on a Wednesday, so it was just after the par 3 contest, but it's always cool to see the families of these players. And it was so weird to see Spieth with the kid, because for some reason, Spieth to me feels like a kid. He feels like he's 24 still. And I know how he always talks about, I don't want to go down maybe not a dark road, but a more pessimistic road, I guess, to open the pod. But he always talks about, I'll have plenty more chances. It's like how many more do you think you're going to have? You only have so many where you'll be in contention to win. And he's already had 5 top 3s. And he's got 1 win to show for it. He's led after a round 17 times. 17 times after rounds here at Augusta, Jordan Spieth has been atop the leaderboard. That singular win. So
yeah,
he alluded to it on Tuesday.
Yeah,
he's frustrated.
Right. He said all the right things this week. And from what we've heard from the people that are on the ground, it seems like he's practicing all the right things this week. Very limited range sessions and a lot of bunker work and putting. So that's obviously a good sign. But I'm excited. I mean, I can't believe it's here. Actually, it just crazy. I can't wait to get
It's-
going.
Yeah, it's
It's-
here.
The toughest sleep of the year tonight, probably. Just waiting till tomorrow morning. And I mean, I mentioned this yesterday, but I think it's kind of nice, at least from a fan perspective, to have Jordan off in the afternoon. I mean, I'm just going to look forward to waking up, watching the honorary starters and watching Tiger, JT without having any stress until the afternoon, which is always awesome.
The guy just said, would you give what did he say? Would you sell your dog to the mafia for a Jordan Green jacket this week? I don't have a dog, but I probably would if I did.
I have a dog and I do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is just one week of the year where I do almost anything for a win. But there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot of storylines this week, to say the least. Obviously, with the biggest one being Tiger Woods, I think that's just like incredible how he's here right now. I'd like to start asking your guys' thoughts on what we think his week is going to look like this week. I don't see too much, but I don't see him shooting 85 either. Like, I'd say the cut is basically a 50-50. I'd say. I mean, he missed the cut. He did not miss the cut. He made it a 10 on Sunday, but he did not miss the cut at his last Masters. He's never missed a cut here. But he is capable of around, whether you like it or not. Like, he's capable of missing the cut here, whether you like it or not.
I think
I don't think he'd play if a missed cut was a sure thing.
No.
But again, who knows, really?
I think Dan Rappaport kind of said it well. He actually yesterday when they closed the course, he was doing a Q&A and someone asked him who's looking really good in the practice rounds, and he said everyone looks good in practice rounds. It's what you do in the tournament. And that's like, that applies to Jordan and that applies to Tiger, both who, I mean, we've heard great stuff about Jordan so far this week in the practice rounds, and we've heard the Tiger looks really good too. But once it's official, it's completely different. But it's still just so impressive what Tiger, I mean, like the ball speed, the carry numbers, the short game looks great from what we've heard. I don't see Tiger Woods' a short game just magically falling apart in a tournament round. But yeah, still, I think if you're looking for Tiger Woods to win this week, it might be a little reach. I just think in your first tournament back since the 2020 Masters, if you're, as a fan at least, thinking that he's going to win this tournament, that might be a little bit of a reach.
No, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see Tiger come Saturday and Sunday. I think that those will be, I mean, obviously those are the days of, making moves, and the pressure ramps up a little bit as the winner gets kind of closer to the finish line. But at that point, it'll be 36 holes, right, after Thursday and Friday. And who knows how his body's going to hold up with that. And I think there's just a lot of mental and physical stress that goes along with just competing in a major for the first time in a long time. And let alone winning one. I mean, you have to basically be perfect. And I think Tiger's in better form than we may have thought. Like,
I agree with that.
That's fair.
This was more likely to happen than we may have thought 2 or 3 months ago. Which props to Tiger for keeping it, under wraps really well. But I just think it's tough to see him, end up at the top of the leaderboard by come week's end.
I'd agree. He's been playing a bunch of 9-hole practice rounds. He played one Sunday, played one Monday, and he might have played one Tuesday and today. But when you're playing 18 holes instead of 9, I mean, I just don't know if he's going to be able to have the stamina to do it for 4 straight days really well. I could easily see him making the weekend and actually being close to the lead, but I don't know if his stamina is built up to where he can walk another 36 on the weekend and contend at least.
I mean, the limp is noticeable, to say the least. There's that, but there's also, like, I think Tiger's being pretty honest when he says it's the walking that's the tough part this week. it sounds like he can hit a golf ball fine, but there's no doubt that that pain can definitely live in the back of your head, right? So it'll be interesting to see whether he is able to basically like just ignore the pain, essentially, is what he's gonna have to do. But I think it's possible. He's done it before. He won a major on a broken leg. I don't think he's gonna win this week, but I definitely think he could make the cut. Like, I'm not saying that's out of the
for
picture.
sure. I think he'll be very disappointed if he misses the cut. Like, he wouldn't show up here. If
He'd rather not play than miss the cut.
Right, exactly. And I also think he's just too. I mean, the cut is, if you miss the cut here, and you're like an informed player slash, kind of top player in the world, it would be. It's embarrassing. Actually, like it's really bad if you miss the cut as a prime player because of it's like a WGC having a cut and you missing it with only
There's only 90 players.
Right. It's like, well, and 20
Yeah.
of them are old dudes and amateurs.
It's fair. And
So-
but also, to be fair, it's only a 50 player cut. But at the same time, it's basically you have to top 50 out of 70.
54
That's
guys
bad.
made the cut last year. 54
Yeah.
made the cut.
Right. So you're gonna get 54-ish people to make the cut out of 90. 10 to 12 of those guys have no chance. And so then you're down to like 65% of the field's gonna make the cut in a major when your game is supposed to be at its best and you don't make it. That's disappointing. And I think Tiger still thinks that he's got what the other, the best in the world have, like on a skill level, talent level. Plus he knows this place better than everybody else. So I think it'll be a good week for Tiger. I'm excited to see it's the first birdie on number 2 tomorrow when he makes it, and just the whole Twitter world exploding. Because like that, honestly, that's a great achievement because he really shouldn't be here. If that
He
makes any
shouldn't,
No.
sense. But like, come on, everybody. I say everybody birdies number 2, and Spieth's not going to birdie number 2. But
The galleries of patrons tomorrow morning following Tiger's group
Oh,
are
yeah.
going to be
well, yeah,
It's gonna
insane.
be ridiculous.
that was the other thing that I thought was interesting from earlier this week is that they really split the tee times up pretty well, I think, and very much in favor of a lot of the top 12 guys in the world. Because if you're opposite wave of Tiger, that's a big time benefit, especially and with the weather. It seems like late early is going to be the draw to have, and you get the opposite of the Tiger drama. So I think they did a good job of splitting it up, but it also seems pretty beneficial or at least it seems like we've got a setup where we could get 5 or 6 of really top names kind of battling it out down the stretch, which is awesome, which is exactly what you want.
No, I agree. This Masters has a lot of talent. Like more than probably we've seen recently. I mean, Scotty Scheffler is on a tear like we haven't seen since Spieth, basically. We have, the top 10 in the world is just so close together,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean. Which would be really cool to see, I think. But again, this course fits certain people's games. I think you're going to see people like Louis, Charles Schwartzel, like some of those guys that just play well here, like on a yearly basis. Like, it's just fun to see that mix of form, but also course dominance,
Yeah.
which would be cool.
Well, I also kind of one thing that stuck out to me as well is that, like, name somebody that's not playing well in the top like 20 of the world.
Spieth. Kidding.
Hey,
Like
that's
maybe you could
Answer hasn't been playing well. That's another guy.
answer, but did he routed Morikawa, and I think he was in the Elite Eight
Yeah.
at match play.
True.
He was.
And he's got
That's
a
fair.
mustache this week, so I think that's like +5 bonus points on your skills. But like, I mean, there's 6 or 7 guys that could be number 1 at the end of the week pretty easily too. Like Hovland, I think, can get a solo third and somehow still end up world number 1. So that's how bunched everybody is. And it's gonna be a fun week. I mean, that's what you want, right? You want the top guys in the world playing the best at the best event in the world, and we've got that. And thankfully, the weather, like, it looked not great for Thursday earlier this week, but thankfully it's going to be sunny and it's going to be windy the first 3 days and make it really tough. And we can get
Yeah.
into that more. but
That's kind of the next thing I wanted to get into actually. Was this rain before the tournament? I don't know how much I think it's going to affect it. I think that Augusta can make it play however they want to.
Yeah.
I mean,
think the key is with sub air, it's not going to be raining overnight. It might rain a little
Yeah.
bit tonight, but if they can run sub air overnight, I think tomorrow might be a little soft, which you really can't get mad about because they've gotten 2+ inches of rain the last 48 hours. But as the week goes on, it should get firm the way
Right.
it should be.
Well, I think that's kind of what you want though, too, right? Is like the course gets
Progressively
tougher
harder.
as the
Yeah.
week goes on. And I think Sunday will be the best test, even though the wind will be down. Like I think that will play the way Augusta is kind of supposed to play in a sense. And they knew this going into they being the people that are at the Masters. They knew that the weather was coming, so they had this thing baked out by Monday. I mean, Speed talked about it, right? So Thursday will be interesting. I think it should be windy enough that we won't get like 65. But if somebody really,
Makes a lot of putts. That's
yeah, I mean, Justin Rose, I guess, shot 65 last year, but I guess my point is through 2 rounds, I don't really expect somebody to be above 8. Like I think
That's fair.
I think it'll be around 8 under going into Saturday morning.
That's fair. If you wanted, I have the forecast here. If you wanted to, I can get into it a little bit
please
more.
do, Mr. Weatherman.
I'm here. So yeah, I think we definitely got the good end of the draw. Thursday, tomorrow, 10 to 15 mile per hour winds with 18 to 23 mile per hour gust. And then Friday, 15 mile per hour sustained winds with gusts in the 25 to 30 mile per hour range. So going off early on Friday morning, I think will be a pretty nice advantage. And then Saturday, 10 to 15 with 20 to 25 mile per hour gust. And then Sunday, it's going to be fun because the wind is going to die down and we could get a charge. It's going to be scoreable, 6 to 12 miles per hour. So I think that's what Augusta is known for, is the Sunday charge. And I think the weather is going to permit that with the whole locations. I mean, pretty obvious, but it should be a good week.
It's hard to have a bad week at the
Yeah,
Masters.
to be fair.
Unless it's in November.
If it's like the Players Tour, we're getting just
That's
rain
true,
every
yeah.
single day. But
Well, yeah, I guess the key thing about the weather, and we're getting chirped for being meteorologists, but
I can read a forecast.
it would just suck to have a bunch of delays.
Yeah.
Right. And trying to figure out tee times and all that kind of stuff. I wouldn't, based on what I've seen, it wouldn't shock me if tee times were delayed a touch tomorrow. Because I
Because
think
of
it's supposed to rain a little bit overnight, and kind of into that like 7 o'clock hour potentially.
Could be some
It might-
fog too.
They might just, bump them half hour, which is
Yeah.
ideal for me personally. But like I wouldn't be shocked to see him push back a touch. But then after that, we're gonna have twosomes on the weekend. Everybody going off one tee, and that's how it should be. So I mean,
That's what happened last year too. I think there was a delay on Thursday, a small one, if I recall.
yeah. Well, everybody, you have to get out on the range
Yeah.
as well, right? And if there's thunder and people can't do that, then you've got to
Slow down a little
give
bit.
them some time. So, but thankfully, everything should run pretty smoothly.
Yeah, it's gonna be curious on Friday night to see what the draw is looking like, to see if we did get an advantage. Because I mean, at least by what the forecasted winds show, and I am not a meteorologist, but I mean 25 to 30 mile per hour gust is much more severe than 18 to 30 mile per hour
Yeah.
gust.
I mean, it from what I've seen, it's gonna start blowing like hard around 3 o'clock on Friday, which is about when Spieth ends. And that'll make 17 and 18 will play downwind. So he'll be finishing up with some downwind holes while Tiger, Bryson, Cam Smith, JT will be battling through the wind, which is just glorious.
You hate to see that.
I'd love to see Tiger try and figure out this golf course when it's blowing really hard. Just because I mean he's the expert, right? So that'll be a masterpiece in the future. Yeah, hopefully we see him wearing a Sunday red like Bob's got on right now.
Any weather
Yeah,
comments?
Yeah.
I do actually.
Let's wanna hear 'em.
Two word, one name. Rory McIlroy. How does this help him? Does this help him at all, do you think? Because he is a very good player in soft conditions. Do you think this plays to his advantage or do you not?
I don't like Rory this week. I mean, I'm not betting against him in our bets later in the show, but I mean, besides short game at Augusta National, it's distance control and his wedges have not been good at all. And it might be soft on Thursday, and he might be able to break his trend of really poor first rounds and shoot something decent. But I think when it firms up, the wedge control is going to be even more important. And I don't see it changing on a dime from what I've seen lately.
Yeah. I mean, I think even if it's slightly softer Thursday, which I think at this point it is, like there's not much you can do about it. Rory just doesn't seem to hit the right spots and shots into those spots. And I know he's actually been playing really well before the Valero. I know Tyler's talking about he couldn't make the cut at Valero, but like statistically, now Ezra's talking about the stats. Statistically speaking, Rory's been really good ball striking recently. And Valero was just a bad week. But Rory does have five top tens at Augusta in the past 7 years. Like that's pretty darn good. And it's mostly the first round that throws him off. So if he can, I mean, for Rory, like shoot a 71 on Thursday, and the slam could be kind of right there, And I think that's easy to forget sometimes that the slam is,
Well,
especially this year. I feel like
yeah,
I haven't heard much about the slam, but
I feel like there are a lot of stories overshadowing the slam this week,
It's good for Rory.
which is good for Rory. But I feel like if he shoots 70, 69 that first round, I mean, it instantly becomes one of the top stories of the week. So we'll monitor that throughout the week. I know we're going live every day, but there are so many storylines, and we can get into another one that I want to get into if you want to.
I just want to touch on one thing real quick.
Yeah, please.
I mean, we're also forgetting that if we get a Brooks or a Colin win, that they're going to be one away from the slam.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of slam talk this week, even if Rory doesn't win, if one of those two guys wins it, which is pretty interesting.
That's true.
Especially if Brooks wins, because then the next three. If Phil plays it, the U.S. Open.
Well, yeah, we have to talk about Phil at some point because I know Bob had some comments that he wanted to make. But I was just going to mention I've been banging the Brooks drum for a long time now. I like this is stacking up for a Brooks major because he's flying even more under the radar now because of Tiger. Like that's crazy that this dude has 4 majors, about to win number 5 potentially. and there's just not a lot of media coverage. He's not even featured this week, which is another thing that I want to say, because I know Brooks Koepka Tracker mentioned this on Twitter earlier. Brooks isn't even featured, and he's playing with Rory McIlroy. I forgot who else they're playing, and Billy Horschel, I think, or no.
To be fair, they should be featured Friday. To be fair.
Yeah, but even then, that's Brooks and that's Rory. That's 8 majors combined.
I think sorry to interrupt you.
Playing with like,
I hear you.
Schauffele doesn't win, and Hovland is too nice. But like, how would Brooks and Rory not featured? Especially when one of them's going for a slam and the other one's going for major number 5.
I think another thing with Brooks is Brooks didn't get a pre-tournament interview either in the media center.
Oh,
Which I saw that on Sunday or Monday when the interview schedule originally came out, and I'm like, this might be a Brooks week with all the under the radar attention he's getting, the way he's been playing lately, just his mantra of, oh, they don't want me in the interview room, I'm gonna go shoot 15, 16 under this week. But I mean, he's definitely got to be up there as one of the favorites this week.
well, I feel like it's low key a Brooks course.
Oh, he's
Like,
played well at Augusta, yeah.
You have to plot yourself around here. And like 16 under that's a really good score at Augusta. But basically you pick off 3 of the par 5s every day and play the rest in 1 under every day, and you've got yourself a 68. Right. And on paper, that doesn't seem all that hard. And Brooks is the type of dude that can go out and do that. So Brooks is going to be there on Sunday. And I can guarantee that.
Ooh, guarantee.
Guarantee.
All right.
I'm gonna win Dan.
Hey, I'm banging the Brooks drum too. Don't get me wrong. Phil Mickelson. It's honestly just, it's stupid that we've gotten to a point where he's not here. I know that Chairman Ridley said that they didn't disinvite Phil, but like, I don't know, man. I mean, he should be here this week. This Masters is missing one thing, and that is Phil. The Tiger comeback, the insane amount of talent this week. I mean, Phil is what's missing to make this one of the most hyped up Masters we've ever had. I just don't get the reason why it's this so-called suspension, that it's not really suspension because he's doing this on his own, but like, it's sort of pressured, right? Like
100%.
Yeah.
Jay Monahan alluded to that at the players in a sense.
It's gone on too long. I mean, he didn't have to play the players. He didn't get to play the players. Like, he should be here this week. This is not a PGA Tour event necessarily, but
It's not at all.
But the PGA Tour is the reason why he's not here.
Maybe.
See,
yeah, that's fair. Go ahead, Jordan.
I think, and I kind of believe Chairman Fred Ridley. I think if Phil were to have played, I don't think Phil wanted to bring that energy to Augusta National.
Exactly.
I think because he would have had to do an interview, and that just, I think Augusta National can get some bad press too by saying, oh, why didn't you ban him after the comments he made? It's just such a difficult situation, but I fully agree with you, Bob, that he should be there just because he's a 3-time champion. And I mean, the biggest face in golf, not named Tiger Woods. It's really tough. And again, if Phil's not at Southern Hills for the PGA next month, I don't think he'll be back for the rest of the season.
Yeah. Well, it's disappointing that Phil's not here. And I think the players, I mean, obviously the players is the PGA Tour's flagship event, right? So it makes sense that he's not there because he was absolutely like cooking on the PGA Tour.
He's atrocious there too.
But I think this is kind of, I think it's both. I think the Masters was kind of like, hey, Phil, like if I think this is kind of the Masters saying like the Saudi league, we're not too sure about if you go join that league, you can still play in the Masters. And I also think it's Phil being like, I don't want to deal with all this other stuff because I mean, it's easy to forget what he said, but what he said is ridiculous. Like he said he made some absurd comments about the Saudi League and about the PGA Tour. Just basically saying like he was using the Saudi League to make the PGA Tour better, even though he knew that they were murderers and
Yeah.
blood money and all this other stuff in it, but he didn't really care and he didn't really apologize. It was more of a justification of why he tried to say what he said. And that's just disappointing. And I think we're missing Phil from the golf perspective. And it's like if Phil was here before he made those comments, like that Phil, this would be maybe the best week ever. With Tiger coming back and Phil just probably chirping him all day. Like this would be phenomenal. But I think it makes kind of some sense on both sides. It's disappointing for sure, but I think it like there's definitely some justification and some reasoning behind why he's not here. That's valid.
Pretty well said.
Man. He should be here. That's just
What do
that's
you?
just my
So
opinion.
my question for you, Bob, are you more on Augusta National for him not being here, or are you more on Phil for saying no, I don't want to be here? Like, what are you?
I'm on the PGA Tour.
You're
Because
on
the PGA Tour is the reason why he's not here.
But
Okay.
what
Because the Masters didn't disinvite him, which means the reason he's not here is because the PGA Tour is still being like, yeah, you should not go there, right? That's my opinion there.
See, I don't know
Listen,
because I mean,
Listen,
Augusta
here's my
National-
thing. Did Phil handle what he handled wrong? Yeah, probably, definitely. But Phil Mickelson has made the PGA Tour an enormous amount of money and has done an enormous amount for the tour. I mean, he and Tiger Woods were the face of the tour for 15 years. I feel like the PGA Tour acting like Phil never played on the Saudi tour. Like, we don't know what his intentions were. Maybe he's telling the truth. Maybe he was actually just using it as a way to make the PGA Tour better, which is a totally different
but that's the
conversation.
whole point though. Is like I'm gonna backstab you with this other group. And like there has to be no trust between them anymore.
Probably not, but I don't think that means that you should be suspending them. Like, it's like he is your product. Like, I don't like, you can fine him. Yeah, fine him.
Right.
Like,
I just don't know if Phil makes the tour anymore. I don't
But
know.
Phil doesn't make the tour, but Phil did make the tour once.
True, but I mean, the way business is, I mean, they don't need him anymore.
So
what have you done
and
for me lately?
that is my problem.
The
in a
lack of
sense.
loyalty from the tour. I understand that.
That is my problem.
That's fair.
but there's a lack of loyalty from Phil. That's the whole
Oh, true.
point. That's
True.
the whole reason the tour is not being loyal to Phil. Is that he instead of being on like the board of members or working things out in another way, is that he went to Saudi, like he went down this path and basically came up with a whole like spiel about what he was going to do with them. And then he's like, oh, nobody likes this idea and I'm probably wrong. But instead of just straight up apologizing, like I think if he actually apologized, he would be playing this week. But the fact that he kind of avoided it / tried to justify it just didn't sit well with the tour. I don't know. I mean, I agree with you, Bob. I want him to be here. And I think it is a little disappointing that the PGA Tour isn't like, hey, Phil, like go play. But I can understand their perspective of being like, I don't want him. Like, we just don't want Phil Mickelson.
And I don't think it's just the board of the PGA. I think it's the players too. I don't think the players want Phil around right now. And I think that's one of the bigger problems of why he's not back right now. I don't think the players are, I mean, happy with him at all. But that's just an opinion, and I don't really know if that's the truth. But I think that would be a fair judgment to make based on what he said.
Yeah.
All right,
Agreed.
it's fair enough.
It's an interesting topic.
It's
I
still a
mean,
crappy
it-
situation. I'd love to
it's a
see
very
Phil
crappy
Mickelson at the
situation.
Masters.
Yeah.
Like I mean, even Bryson said he doesn't know what's going on. Like I don't think
Yeah,
anyone
no one knows what's going on.
heard from Phil. So I mean, we'll see.
Yeah. Crazy stuff. What do we want to get into next? We want to go into
We can do course changes.
I would love to do course changes. Let's hear it.
I
What do you
actually had
got?
I had a lot on that. So for those that don't know by now, the 11th and 15th holes were lengthened, and something that's kind of flown under the radar is Augusta National also redid 3 greens. They redid the 3rd green, the 13th green, and the 17th green. And Spieth, during his conference on Tuesday, was talking about the 3rd green, and he said it was pretty severe on the left side of the 3rd green. And if you know the 3rd green at Augusta National, it's very shallow. That left pin, they basically redid the green over there, and he's basically saying it's much more severe than it. I mean, it already was severe. They've made it even more severe. And he basically said any chip. So if you're short of that green and you're pitching up to the front left pin, if you come up short, it will basically roll back down to your feet. Nothing is staying up there anymore. So it's going to be very interesting when that front left pin is being played to see how difficult it plays, because I think you can make a big number there this year with that new change.
And the way he described it too, like off the backside of the green, it seems like you have to putt it with perfect speed. Like you have to basically die it on top of the backside of the green to get it to roll down to the hole. Otherwise, you might be rolling off the front of the green. And I think so there might just be not that many birdies at number 3 on Sunday. And there's a very real possibility of making it a 6.
Easily.
Which I think, thankfully, as Spieth fans, Spieth knows this. So it seems like he's just going to hit a wedge to like the middle of the green and try and 2-putt and get out of there. But it's a little disappointing that they took a already tough hole and cool pin and kind of have made it more difficult than I think it needs to be.
Yeah. Third's drivable for some people in the fields. It's not really drive par 4 because most people can't drive, but like that should be a risk reward hole. And it doesn't play like one. I feel like they would make that hole way better. I'm fine with the green changes, but if you're going to do that, move the tee up 25 yards and make it drivable for everyone. Make that miss left and short down on the left devastating, but make it so that you can drive it. Like every player can drive it. I think that would make the hole great, but it's just not as exciting because now with these green changes, you can't hit driver on that hole and make birdie. So you're seeing people hit 6-iron off the tee. And it's like,
right.
All right.
I think it takes out
the coolness of the hole.
Right. Which I think, yeah, I like that idea of making it drivable if that pin is going to be so tough. But I think my thoughts would be just leave it as it is and make it like that 60 to 70 yard wedge that it normally is and see how, because I think that's a cool shot. I like watching people hit the second shot into 3 on the Sunday left pin. Especially with, going into the tough par 3 4th, the next hole. I think it's like a chance to make birdie, but you could also make 5 pretty quick. And now it seems like it's a chance to, like, you're scrapping for 4 and you can make 6 real quick right before a really long par 3.
Yeah.
So, and 5 is tough too. 5 is a brute now. So that's like, you could go 4 over in 3 holes and just totally take yourself out of it on Sunday. And I don't think that's exactly what Augusta wants in the 5 holes into the Sunday round.
It's a great course management hole just because, and that's where I think Jordan's experience is really going to need to help him this week. Just because I think on that left pin on Sunday, you're just going to have to try and hit it 15, 20 feet right and make a putt. I mean, if he basically said if you hit your pitch shot short, it's going to come back to your feet, and then you're really bringing a big number into play. I mean, there's probably about 5 yards long of that pin and about 5 yards short of it. There's not a whole lot of room there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they've made it tougher, right?
Yeah.
So
I just think, speaking to what Dan was saying about the fourth hole, I mean, these par threes are hard holes. You have a little bit of a funnel pin in the first round and fourth round on 16, but other than that, I mean, these are long irons and then tough putts and nearly impossible up and downs if you miss the greens. The par threes don't get talked about enough here, I don't think. At least the front nine ones don't.
yeah,
But
I mean, you can easily 3-putt 6 and 16 very,
Easily.
very easily.
I'd say 12. I mean, I know 12 gets all the shine,
12 is the easiest, I'd say.
and
I'd say
12
12 is the easiest on any hole but Sunday. Sunday hole location makes that just a totally different hole. Because if
Yeah.
you're gonna take the water out of play, you have to have a 60-footer for birdie.
right. I also
Which is not a gimme two putt.
yeah,
And no
I
one
al-
wants to do that. So
right, exactly. With the wind too, this week, 12's going to be playing into the fan, and
It'll
it's
be
going to
fun
be
to
up,
watch. Yeah.
and it's always swirling a little bit too.
and the thing is, like, you can't feel the wind down there, which is the best part.
Exactly.
True.
We're
So
gonna see a
that-
lot of water balls on that hole.
Well, right, either water balls or people in that back bunker,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
That
the back
bunker
bunker
shot's not fun.
is not fun. So I think that'll be interesting. I mean, 12, as Spieth fans, 12 is always like, oh, here we go. That's the moment in the round where it's like you get through 12 and then you get a birdie chance at pretty much every hole the rest of the way. I'd say if you hit a good tee shot.
Yeah.
And depending on the pin on 16.
Yep.
But
And 18's tough, but yeah, you're pretty much spot on there.
I mean, it's kind of like you just got to get through 11 and 12, and then you can make some birdies. But with the way the wind's going to be this week, I mean,
Yeah. Speaking of 11, since
gonna
you
be
mentioned
brutal.
it, that's another hole that was changed. I was listening to Rory. Rory talked about 11 for probably 3 minutes straight in his presser. And so 11 tee shots, definitely more. It's easier with trees, a lot of the trees cut off to the right side of that fairway. And this was what was interesting, as it's pretty much been talked about quite a bit by now. The second shot is way harder. And the pond near 11 green, they actually, he basically said they extended it outwards, which is, I mean, no one knows that until, I didn't know that until they said it. They actually brought the pond shorter. So it's short of the green now. And it's just a much more difficult shot because if you're long right, they fix the elevation of the green. So it's lower than short and long right. Basically, if Zalatoris was saying, if you're long right, you're going to have to make a 10+ footer for par because that pitch shot's so much more difficult now.
Yeah. I agree. It's just the beauty of the course, man. Like, every hole is played differently on every day because of the pin positions. And every hole can be, I mean, just the level of the difference in difficulty depending on how you play it. Like, you miss a spot on 5 and you auto bogey. Like, you hit it in the left, like just right of the bunker on 5, and it's a tough par. You put in the bunker on 5, you have 115 yards in for 3. Like, it's just, the course is brilliant like that, and that's why it's like magical, because every hole has so much character to it, right? I can't wait to see what these new changes do, especially on 15. I think 15 is the one I'm most excited for. To see people hit 3 woods and 5 woods into that green. I mean, that's going to be borderline impossible. We're going to see balls in that back pond.
yeah. No, Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, no,
I was just gonna say that I think 15 will be playing into the wind as well. So you'll probably get some more layup shots, and then Spieth was mentioning it's a tough wedge shot into that green. And then but I do think if people are hitting 3 and 5 woods into the wind, I'm not sure if they'll be able to quite reach that back pond, which I think is a little unfortunate. Because I think it added drama last year for 10 minutes. But like I think that front pond is the one that they're trying to really, that should be the pond to worry about. And which makes sense, right? Because it's like more part of the hole than the other pond is. But I think 15 will be very interesting as well. If you can play 15 and 3 under this week, I think you've done a really, really good job.
I'd agree. You mentioned it's probably going to be into the wind this week. You're not even taking into account that if you're long of that green, you're pitching downhill and it could easily run into that water if you hit it a little too hard. I mean, look at Spieth last year and how lucky he got. So yeah, Spieth said there's gonna be a lot more layups, which makes sense, especially if it's into the wind. He called it the hardest wedge shot in the world, I think, to a par 5. I think those were the words he used in his presser. It's gonna be fun to watch, especially when he played it on Tuesday. He said Monday. He said it was downwind, so there wasn't much difference from last year. But yeah, if it's into the wind, it's gonna be a lot more difficult, which will be fun to see.
100%. Do we want to bring people on, or I'm down?
Do we want to roll through just our FanDuel and Thrive?
Do you want to do that first?
We'll just go through it really quickly, and then we'll get some.
All right. Yeah. You want to do Thrive first?
Sure.
All right. Well, we're gonna extend the giveaway until Sunday because we want to get a few more people in there. So code GGT. The link is in the bio of the live. If you want to use it, please do it responsibly. You have to deposit and play $10, and you'll be entered into a giveaway for Spieth's entire beautiful Sunday scripting. Under Armour is great, guys. We love Under Armour. But yeah, you'll get it completely free. We'll send it to you guys. Whoever wins that giveaway. So we'll go through some of our picks right now. And yeah, Dan, you want to start off?
Sure. Thrive. There's actually some really good ones on here. One of them being Jon Rahm total eagles at 0.5. Jon Rahm's got the length, I think, to reach a lot of these par 5s. And with it being a little bit softer tomorrow on Thursday, I'm gonna take the over on that. I think Rahm makes an eagle in round 1. And that's 150 points. So I think that'll move me up the Thrive Fantasy leaderboard quite quickly. Another one I like is Bryson DeChambeau, pars and bogeys at 12.5. That is an easy over. No way Bryson makes 5 birdies around Augusta, 6 birdies around Augusta National tomorrow. So I would absolutely hammer that. You have to squeeze the juice a little bit, but because it's only 75 points. But I think that's like probably the easiest play on this board here.
I can go next. I'll start off. I'm right there with you. I got the Bryson over 12.5 bogeys and pars.
You too. I'm not gonna say it.
As you can tell, the pod is fading Bryson this week. I think he's going to be must watch tomorrow with where he's hitting it on the golf course.
Oh, he'll be. I mean, I guess Tiger's on the course, but I was going to say he's like probably the second most entertaining guy in the morning wave.
Just because of where he's going to hit it.
He's going to be fascinating tomorrow.
I applaud him because he said he's 80%. And I think 80% health, and I think that might be a reach. I just think he really wanted to play the Masters, and you can't blame him. But yeah, we're all hammering the over 12.5 bogeys and pars. I think that should happen with ease. And then another one I got that I was hammering easily. It's not the greatest value, but Colin Morikawa over 67.5 strokes for 70 points. There might be 1 or 2 rounds of 67. And I don't love Collins. The Collins form has been kind of up and down, and
It really has. I agree with that.
I don't trust him on these types of
Yeah.
greens. If you look where he's won his majors at slow green golf courses, Augusta's not that.
Yeah.
So I'll take that. And then my other one, which is the most points, 115. I'm actually shocked it's this many. Rory over 2.5 total bogeys.
Yeah.
That's
think
what I
that-
took. Yeah.
Me and Bob are on the same train here.
Yeah.
Rory first round at a major doesn't usually go well. The wedge plays it's windy. I mean, you could have made that 3.5 total bogeys, and I'd still probably take it.
Well, 3
Yeah.
bogeys around Augusta, even when it's not
Yeah, it's
playing
easy.
super difficult, that's pretty easy to do.
Yeah.
And the fact that Rory, I could see 3 squares on Rory's card tomorrow. It's
Yeah.
pretty. I could see it on the front 9.
Yeah,
That's
I was
pretty
gonna say that.
classic
Yeah.
Rory start. Could see it in the
I
first 6
agree.
holes. So
Yeah. I'll give you guys my value plays since most of the ones that are lower value, like 70, 80 points, you guys already have. So I'll give you my value plays. I'll give you 3. I'm gonna start with Cam Smith under 1.5 bogeys. I think he comes out firing tomorrow. I think he has I think he might go bogey free tomorrow. I think it's just a great value play because I do like Cam Smith as one of my top players this week, and I think there is a chance that he just goes out and has shoots one of those 6. I think if there's going to be a 66, 67, I think that's going to be one of his. So I like that play. Another thing is, I mean, I'll get hate for this, but Tiger Woods over 73.5 strokes at 125 points is just that's too tough to pass up. On one leg, it's tough to, 125 points. I mean, that's a lot of points for the 74, which I think will be a common score tomorrow, right? So I love that. And I love Brooks Koepka to have a good round tomorrow, over 4.5 eagles and birdies. I took the under in both. I took the free 100 points because there's not going to be an eagle from Hideki or Rahm tomorrow. So I do think Brooks gets an eagle tomorrow. So I think that happens. Those are my value plays, I guess.
Thanks to Thrive once again for
Absolutely
partnering with us.
great. Yeah, last week my entry would have won $30. They would have come in 10th place. That's fire.
It's a good little way to have some fun. Make a little ching. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You guys are sorry.
No, go ahead.
You guys are participating. Just hammer the Bryson over 12.5 bogeys and bars. It is happening with ease. I mean, all 3 of us agree on it. That never happens.
Wait until my Bryson bets come out in a few minutes. Oh boy. Which is exactly what we're gonna get into. We have 5 bets we've used this week.
200.
Let's start with our
100.
Let's start with our outrights.
I know where you guys know where I'm going with this.
You want to go first? I mean,
listen, I'll go first just because. Listen, Koepka would be the smart play here. I love Koepka this week, and I was thinking about taking him as a second outright as one of my bets, but it's the Masters. And Jordan Spieth at 20-1 is kind of cruel. So that's going to be my outright for the week, 20-1. Jordan Spieth, I'm going to put 20 on it. So yeah.
That's great to hear. Because I saw Book It with Trent pick Jordan Spieth as well.
Booker with Trent is not going to stop Jordan Spieth from
No,
winning
but
the
I think
Masters.
but you could as well though. So now that both of you have bet, because Spieth is winning by 8, I think that's the final
by 8
conclusion that I've
That's a
come
little low.
to
I
here.
had by 10.
you only have one
Um,
outright, Bob, or you got 2?
I only have 1.
All
Okay.
right, fair.
Jordan.
I got 2. I have Brooks Koepka. I have 2 Brooks bets. This is the first one. Dan started the train back in January. Brooks is starting to play well. He's hungry.
Chugga, 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 chugga.
And I just love how Brooks didn't have an interview this week. I just think he's gonna look at that and just say,
Yeah.
"Screw you guys, I'm gonna go."
I
to
mean,
American Golf Course."
if I didn't, you took Kepka, right, Dan? I guess you're.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm not gonna. I mean, Spieth was actually very tempting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So listen,
Kepka.
any other week I'm taking Kepka too. So we're basically all on the Kepka train here. I mean,
Wait, I have 2 outrights.
oh,
Oh yeah, go ahead. What's your second?
The other one's Jordan Spieth.
Oh,
ooh.
It's got nothing to do with the bias. I
the putts.
I
the putts will
listened-
go down.
We've had probably 6 people on the grounds this week who have said he's putted well in the practice round. I had someone tell me on Golf Channel that the stroke looks way better, that he and Cam spent hours Monday specifically and today working on it, and it's looked really good. I've heard the ball striking looks great, and I want to get into this real quick, and we'll get into it later, I assume too. Last year, when I was listening to his press conference, I felt more relief after winning Valero. This year, he says he's ready to contend, and he just sounded very, very confident. And we'll see. He could go shoot 74 tomorrow, not make a putt, and the irons could be iffy. I mean, the results speak for themselves, and I think he's playing good enough golf to get him up top come
Well,
Sunday.
I mean, even when he wasn't playing well, he always figures out a way to play the best that he can for majors. He just does.
Yeah.
And this is a place that he's played really well in the past. He hit the ball pretty good last week. So we'll see. You know, I don't, and at 20-1 for Spieth at the Masters, that's pretty
I've
ridiculous.
seen him at 22-1 on some places.
So
I
what? Look at what Trent's got 25, right?
No, I have not seen that. But that would be crazy. So yeah, I mean, some guy just said, please talk about Bernard longer.
We'll get into Bernard. He's under the radar this
I'm
week.
gonna get into him right now with my placement pick.
Hey, let Dan go with his outright first.
You
I
have
already
another
said
outright
that.
too?
No, I already said Brooks.
How
Yeah.
much on him though?
I have 20
All right,
to get 400.
gotcha.
Ready for this one? This one's a banger. Longer to top 40 plus 700.
What?
Yeah, that's what I got him. I haven't checked FanDuel, but that's what I got him. I'm just going based off.
That's ridiculous.
So that's what I mean. That's just tough to
I
pass.
feel like we
up,
got to
right?
keep it at FanDuel.
Is that not what
plus
FanDuel
220.
is?
FanDuel has him plus 220.
Oh, then that's
Oh, I
ridiculous.
was
Okay,
gonna
I'm not.
say,
that's
gonna-
not
all right.
fair.
Then
But
I'll
that-
use. Then can I use that as one of my other ones, and then I'll take a.
He can do that. I will
I can
say
do
that's-
that.
That's why you shop around, folks.
That's why you odd shop. So just put that in, and I'll give another placement. I have to pick another placement now. Which
How
is
much
not my
on
plan, but
longer?
I'll do that. I'll do 40. So I'm rich if that happens. Actually,
can,
no, I'm not. I'm not doing 40. I'm doing 20. 20.
Well,
20.
Jordan, we can type them in later too.
I got
We
it.
can do
You want to make your plus 700 odds?
What?
You want to make plus 700?
Plus 700 is where I found.
That's valid, not for his. Place, but-
I'll text you. I'll text you where I found that. One of my friends found that.
I believe you.
so
I'm not saying I don't
I'll
believe
text
you. I
you
just
where I
think
found it.
for the fairness of our
Yes.
betting game.
But that's not my placement. So.
all right. You don't want that anymore. Okay, fair.
But that is one of my other bets. So
okay,
20
well,
on that one.
do you have Jordan? I'll go with my placement, and then Bob will come back around to Bob's actual placement.
Yeah.
You going, Dan?
Yeah, I've got Rory top 10, 5 out of 7 years he's top 10. Again, like leading into this week or before the Valero, like he was actually playing really well. This week he mentioned on the range, actually earlier today, I was watching live on the range in an interview with Amanda Renner, which is so weird to say. But he basically said that at this point he's kind of accepted life as a non-Masters champ. Like he obviously that seems a little outrageous, right? Because you just need the Masters for the Slam. So of course he's going to want to win it, but I don't know. I think he's going to continue to play well here, and it's got to happen at some point, right? I wouldn't
His history is
this week, but I mean, at plus 175 for a top 10, that seems like pretty good value to me. So I'm going to throw 50 on that.
gotcha. It's actually funny before we go any further. I think Rory's history at Augusta is so underrated.
Yeah, no, he's
He
been
plays
really
so
good.
well there.
And the thing is like he loses.
In devastating fashion.
Like he loses to people that have really good weeks. Like Spieth just had a career week. In 15. Patrick Reed career week in 18. Rory was there on Sunday.
We know what the career week feels like, though.
No, that's true.
Some
But I
bad
think
things.
Rory knows it pretty well at Augusta though too,
True. I'm not denying that.
which I think it's easy to overlook because then he kind of falls apart on the back nine a bit. And it doesn't help that he also played Thursday at 74.5, but I don't know. He'll be in the top 10 at the end of the week. That's all I know. So
I respect it. I'll do my placement first before we go back to Bob. I got Will Zalatoris, top
Ooh.
20
oh,
at negative 105. I'd be shocked if he didn't top 20. I think the ball striking, he could putt like Spieth putted last year at Augusta, and he can still top 20. And I think he'll putt way better than Spieth did last year. I just think wouldn't shock me if Zalatoris is again in contention on Sunday. And I think those are pretty decent odds for a guy who runner up to his debut and has been contending all season.
yeah, that's not a bad bet. I kind of forgot about him. I will say though that with the way it's gonna play, I'll be curious to see kind of
In the wind, it's fair.
how it goes for him. Because he actually putted, he gained like 6 strokes putting last year, which for Will Zalatoris is phenomenal.
I did not know that.
But we'll see. That's not a bad bet.
We'll go back to the Mr. Bob here for his placement. After trying to finesse Bernhard Longer out of me.
Was it really 220? Like that's a ridiculous discrepancy there.
The field is like, yeah.
That's why you shop around. I mean, a top 40 is.
I mean, you can get Sandy Lyle for plus 1100 top 40 if you want that.
I'd rather take. I saw a prop bet Sandy Lyle to shoot over 90 plus 170 on one of the first 2 rounds.
Wow.
But I'm gonna go with Thomas Peters top 30 at plus 170. He's been playing pretty well. This course has always been one that he kind of just like swivels around, right? He's been playing here recently. Like he's always had like one of those like. He's a Euro Tour player. He's not a PGA Tour player really, but he had a good week at the WGC. I like his form, and I like this course to suit him. So top 30 plus 170. I'll put 50 on it. So
You like Thomas Peters. You bet on him previously.
Thomas.
I have. I don't know.
Thomas Peters with the win is in the top 10 in the world. How crazy
What?
is that?
That is ridiculous. Wow.
Just
I
because I
mean,
saw, sorry, go ahead.
He's probably not gonna win, but like
No.
He's
This is also a
pretty
official
good
golf
player.
ranking. Like if this was like based on strength, it would be like a 78 point event.
Yeah.
And it's an 100. So,
right.
but it's a major, and I mean, it
Just
is what it is.
Just because someone asked earlier, Jordan can move up to as high as 7 if they win.
Yeah, which is a little.
What do you mean? What's the F?
I just feel like if you won the Masters, you should be higher than 7.
Well, but
Well, after he wins the PGA in May. Too.
right.
well,
Right.
the problem is that he's not like 13 anymore. He's 18.
Yeah.
So that's an 11 spot jump, which is pretty solid. Especially being in the top 20 like that.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that's fair.
we move
Yeah.
forward.
All right, so I feel a little bad about Longer. Plus, I did not want to have to take 2 placements, so I'm gonna take that off the board.
Oh wow.
Alrighty.
And I'm gonna go with a prop as my third one as Longer top senior plus 270.
Senior.
The only one who really is going to give him any competition is Drake Harrington. But
Makes him a senior.
I don't know.
It's got to be PGA Tour champions status.
Yeah, above 50. I know that Harrington was plus 110 when I was looking for that and wrote it down, but I don't know. He always plays well here, but the length could screw him. So
It says Harrington, Couples, Longer, Olathabo, Singh, Mize, Lyle, Weir. What a group.
So I'll go with him plus 270, and I'm going to go with
See, I'm actually looking out for you now because now he's plus 310 on FanDuel. Longer top senior.
Ooh, all right. Well, I'll take the extra odds.
I'm looking out for you now.
So what is it? I did 20 on Spieth,
50 on Peters.
50 on Peters.
You have 130 left.
I'll do 30 on this.
Alrighty.
Make it easy. Put 50 on my last two bangers. Both miscuts, by the way.
Interesting. I actually have 2 miscuts as well.
Oh, interesting. I'll go next with my random. This one isn't. I know somebody asked about a round 1 leader. I don't have that because it's a little risky. But a round 1 top 20 for Paul Casey at plus 230. That seems like not a bad bet to me. He is in the morning wave, so he is in the Tiger wave, but I do believe he's out before Tiger. And it'll be slightly easier in the morning. So at plus 230, I think Paul Casey, ends round 1 in the top 20. And I'm going to throw 50 on that.
Ooh.
You know what that pays out to?
I don't.
Alrighty, let me find it real quick. Plus 230, you said?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Hold on. Plus 230. You got how much on that again? Sorry.
50.
50 is at 160. That's good value. Casey plays well in Augusta too. So I'll go with one of my random plays first. I like this one. Bryson to miss the cut along with a Brooks top 10.
Oh,
I have 60 on this because Bryson's just going to be must watch.
What are those odds?
yeah.
Let me find it real quick because I don't have it. I did it last night, so let me find it real quick.
Like, is that like a parlay or something?
Yes, I just got to find it.
Because I'll just go ahead and say Bryson Miscut is one of mine too. At plus, what is it, 185 or something?
Wow. Those are that good odds.
Yeah. And my next one's even better odds.
Where's my Bryson play? All right.
Which will probably be the most shocking one, but I can guarantee you that it's a lock.
Do you want to drop it then?
Do I have to drop it right now?
Might as well.
All right. At plus 200, I'll put 50 on each of the miscuts. The defending champion, Hideki Matsuyama, to miss the cut. He was injured last week, and he had to withdraw. I don't see him making the cut this week. Plus 200. I think the value is just too good. So fade Hideki and fade Bryson, 50.
50.
Wow. That's pretty good there.
You had 50 on Bryson missing the cut too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, does anyone like Bryson this week?
No.
It's tough. I respect him for playing again though.
Highly doubt it. Yeah. All right, Jordan, how many bets you got left?
I have one more I can go.
Go ahead. So I know the folks chat wants a Q&A.
Yeah, I'm gonna send the Zoom link right now for people to get like hopping in.
Alrighty.
And then we can answer questions on the thing.
So my last one is bold, and I know a specific someone that's really gonna hate this, but I have Victor Hovland to miss the cut.
Oh, yes. Love that.
He's plus 440,
Wow.
plus 440 to miss the cut. In my mind, the most important thing at Augusta National is short game, and his short game stinks. And it's going to be windy, and he's going to miss greens, and I just do not think he's going to be able to get up and down in a clip where he's going to be able to save par. So I have 30 on that to pay out 162.
Wow, that's interesting. I mean, I think Victor's gonna make the cut because he just hits the ball too good. But I like your boldness, and that's phenomenal value for a missed cut bet too. And you
Yeah.
have very valid reasoning for how you come to a proper conclusion backed by proper evidence. It's well done, sir.
Stats. The stats.
Exactly. And the eye test. I mean, all of it together tells you Victor Hovland is not a good chipper.
I like that dark horse pick.
That's saying something.
So, and you got the chat back up on their feed.
They don't like that one.
They did not like that one.
Well, they are questioning it.
I mean, that's fine. I mean, you can talk about all the big names. One of them's not going to play well this week.
That's true.
It's as simple as that.
Wouldn't shock me if it was Patrick Cantlay though.
That
He
wouldn't
just
shock
doesn't-
me either.
Um,
Is that one of your bets?
I've got a couple more, but I can give them later.
What do you mean later? We got to finish this.
Want to go to Q? Fine. Well,
We got to finish this.
I'll go quickly. At 2,900 plus 2,900, one of these like tourney specials that FanDuel
Gotcha.
has. I've got Burns top rookie, Sung Jae Im top Asian, and Brian Harmon top lefty.
Whoa.
Wait, that's like your all three? Like
All three have to happen.
No, yeah, all three have to happen for it to hit.
You're keeping track of that one.
Yeah. We actually have a few people in the waiting room.
So
Um,
that'll
Let's
be
finish this real
interesting.
quick.
And then I've got one more. Did you get that? I'm throwing
How much
35
on that one?
I'm throwing 35 on that at 29 to 1.
Alrighty.
We'll see. I thought
That's a
Burns could
sprinkle.
play well. Im has played well here before, and Brian Harmon
No, the more I think about that, that makes a little bit of sense.
played with Spieth last year on Sunday, so he was in contention. And then the last one I have, Cam Smith, Colin Morikawa, Paul Casey, Billy Horschel, all the top 20. And I've got that at 31 to 1, so plus 3,100. And I'm throwing my remaining 35 on that. I don't know. I think
31 to
Smith
1,
will
right?
play well. Morikawa, it's a major, so he'll be there. Paul Casey, Billy Horschel, just playing some good golf. So 31 to 1, 35 on that, whatever that adds up to. It'll be a good week from me, I think.
really? All right. I think we have to start with the very special someone.
Have we interviewed this man before?
We have not ever. But I just want to see what blasphemous takes he has this week. So welcome, Mr. Potato Man.
Oh, let's go.
Let's see what he's got.
I'm sure he's not too happy about the Hovland missed cut.
Yeah, I'd love to hear his thoughts on Hovland miscut. We might have to send him back to the waiting room if he's got this this bad connection. Do we have to send him back to the waiting room?
Yeah, send him
Back to the waiting room he goes. All right,
was
on to the
fast.
next. My guy, Rito. Hopefully this. There we go. Reed.
Man.
Reed?
Yes, Reed. What's up? Connection. Can you hear us?
Send him back to the waiting room.
I think you have an echo. I think you're watching.
Waiting room he goes. All right,
That was
on to the
fast.
next.
Turn us down.
Yeah, turn us down. Rito.
What's up?
What's up?
Oh,
there we
yeah.
go. See ya. What's up? All right, what do you got for us? Any hot takes? Any
There we go.
Reed
Um,
Spieth agenda?
Yes, Reed. What's
All right,
up?
hold on one second. Reed, I muted you for 1 second. You need to turn off our stream for 1 second so that it's not echoing. All right, you got me? All right, there we go. There we go.
All right.
All right, what do you got?
Speak by 10 at least.
Oh,
I-
wow.
Wow, that's a hot take. I agree though.
We
I
love
think
that.
Speed by 10.
We love that. Don't we, chat?
Reed has been my main guy for a very long time, ever since Laser Show fell off the face of the earth. Sad man. I actually was just texting him the other day on Snap. I was like, he was talking about that meme that I posted about Spieth not playing versus Spieth playing. And so we got to get Laser back on. But Reed, you've been a lifesaver, man. Appreciate you.
Oh yeah,
One of the biggest Spieth fans I know. So
for sure.
Quick thought on Tiger. Where does he
Yes.
end up this week?
I think he makes the cut, but I don't know. Probably around 30th, 40th place, I'm thinking.
I like that.
I respect that.
That's where I have him as well. I like that.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it if he won just because it's Tiger, but winning's just.
I will happily doubt it right now. I will happily say the Tigers not winning this week, but if he did win, that would be pretty sick, to say the least.
But
I'm not a Tiger fan, but I don't think I'd actually be opposed to a Tiger win. I think that would be
Same.
sick. If Spieth couldn't win, a Tiger win would be absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
I can't quite wrap my head around a Tiger win. I just can't.
Yes.
So, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I would not bet on it.
You would not bet on it. All right,
It'd be
Reed.
crazy to bet on it, to be fair.
Reed, before you go, I need one more take. I need your take on Sammy and whether he will be turn age 3 before Spieth wins the Slam.
Fuck.
On the spot.
I'm gonna say yes.
Yes.
I mean, I feel like if he doesn't get it within the next few years, he might not ever get it.
Yep.
I don't know.
Fair
I just
enough.
feel like the next few years, these courses fit him better than the ones that don't.
One of the guys in the chat is really loving the John Deere flag in the back. I love that.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. But Reed, you're the GOAT. We'll have to have you on basically this entire week because I'm sure you'll be bringing the takes all week. You're always someone who's watching every shot. So we'll have you on throughout the week for sure. But thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Peace out, Reed. Can we get a Ryan Schlehuber in here?
He said he can't.
Oh, come on. He can.
He said he can't. He said tomorrow.
Could we get mashed potato man in here?
Yeah,
get
let's
the
try
man.
him again. Let's try the
Let's try him
mashed man
again.
once again.
Potato Man.
Potato.
Connecting the audio. He's got this potato freaking Wi-Fi going for him.
Yeah, exactly. He's got no Wi-Fi.
Nobody dropped the Go Buckeyes in the chat.
Oh, he's here.
Potato.
Hello.
There we
Oh,
go.
Can
yes.
you take your
Can hear
can
you.
you take your thing off? We need to see your face.
I'm not going to show my face today. I'm sorry.
All right.
pathetic.
Well, at least give us your take. What's your take?
My take is Victor Hovland will easily win the Masters.
Really? Okay, so I'd like you to go head to head right now for the next 30 seconds against Jordan on why Jordan has been missing the cut. Why is he wrong?
Oh, what, he has been missing the cut. That's just, bro, is a generational ball striker. What are you talking about here?
Yeah, but he can't get up and down to save his life.
Okay, he won't be missing greens. That's the point here.
With 20-mile-per-hour
Fair
winds,
enough.
I will argue he will miss quite a few greens. But
No.
I could be
He'll-
wrong. I could be wrong.
He'll know he's Norwegian. He'll know the wins.
Very true.
But he doesn't have Greller on the bag. That's the big thing.
Yeah.
Greller's
I mean,
overrated.
I mean,
Oh, wait a
That's
second.
no
Wait a
way.
second. Wait a second.
No way.
All right, you're gonna need to do some explaining here, sir.
He always gives Spieth the wrong club. Like, it's just, I don't like him.
I mean, maybe Spieth is just.
I've heard Greller's had a great week of preparation. I mean, even the Masters put out an article about Greller just getting the lines off the tees. I'm expecting a generational week for Mike.
Yeah. You can't deny
don't know.
Greller's best in the business though, right?
I mean, best in the business, probably not, but
But one of them.
maybe at times.
All right, that's fair.
It's,
At times.
There's
Yeah,
time.
I guess,
I don't know if
guess-
he's as good as Bones, to be fair, because Bones is just an expert putt reader for his player that can't make putts, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a great point.
Could be a force this week, actually.
Bones, he will be.
Joe
JT ain't
LaCava
winning
back
though,
in
so
business,
we're good
too.
here.
Anything
One
else?
thing before I go is Jordan is very ugly.
Wow, I'm just
Ugly?
absolutely in tears about that.
That's such
I don't know how I'll be able to
unnecessary
survive,
comment.
honestly.
That was
Oh,
so like predictable from Potato though. Like
It's,
Yeah.
it's true.
Potato's
though,
the
so.
troll in my comment section, so we're gonna stick him back in the waiting room.
Take care,
right.
Alexander.
man,
Who
he
do we
really-
got?
He really just came on here and violated people like that.
Do we bring on Tyler?
Just yeah, let's see what Tyler's got.
Oh boy.
I haven't talked to Tyler in a minute because he got kicked out of the chat for no reason.
Tyler Upson.
Tyler, could we get the face cam on?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tyler, you gotta turn the face cam on.
There we go.
What's
Oh,
up,
yes.
dude? Yes.
Oh yes.
Hello. How
All
is
right,
everyone
Tyler.
doing?
What do you got? Need some takes.
Jordan's gonna hit in the water on 12.
I would take that bet. I think Jordan hits on the water on 12 tomorrow. I agree.
Is that on FanDuel or anywhere?
Is it on FanDuel? I don't know, but I take that bet. I still think he's winning, but like I think that makes it like a 12-shot win instead of a 14, you know?
Why do you think 14?
I don't know. I just think it's a blowout, right? It's pretty normal.
I mean,
The putt well.
if the
That's
pucks
like-
fall, I mean, it'll be a
If the pucks
generational
fall.
blowout.
Let's fall.
This is true. This is true. This is true. This is true. All right, you guys need to tell me who you guys want on next because Tyler is providing nothing to the conversation right now.
I'm just here to be annoying. 'cause
Yeah.
Y'all hate me anyways.
Tyler,
Yeah,
you'll be
Tyler,
back
I
in the
miss
chat
you.
for tomorrow's tea time. We're gonna make Ryan unblock you.
I miss you,
No,
Tyler.
no. It's gonna be one thing that Jordan's gonna probably 3-putt on 12. I'm not 12 on 2, and I'm gonna be kicked. And he's gonna
He was
par,
in
and I'm gonna get
chat,
kicked.
too.
that probably will.
That's an
happen, but-
opinion.
And it's gonna happen. We all know it.
That's very plausible,
Who
but I'm
said
sure.
that? Bob, didn't you say he hit the green on every par 5?
Yes, he did. I don't know how many
Yeah,
holes he
look at-
played though. He might only played the back.
Yeah, I probably didn't play the front today.
Yeah,
Is
I
it lucky?
I don't see hitting the green on 2 is so hard. But
He's probably gonna be in the trees too.
Yeah.
I see some trees in our future. I think.
You know what? I think. Sorry, I think it's gonna piss me off tomorrow when he hits the bunker on 2, and you
Oh,
just
that's
pull me
a
up,
gimme.
and that's just
At
like
least
a-
once in the 4 rounds.
it's like an easy. It's just like a straight up 5 at that point. Like, you just have no chance at birdie after hitting it in the fairway bunker.
He'll probably do a duck hook too into the left trees.
Tyler, come on.
sorry.
Where's the positivity? I mean,
It'll be there.
I've heard
eventually.
he's hit like every fairway in the practice rounds. I mean, practice
I mean, the
rounds.
fairways are huge.
Yeah,
Ah,
I gotta see the chat.
they're pretty
Let's
big.
see what
There's
the
some
chat
tough tee
says.
shots there, to be fair. But
7.
I understand.
Of course, Ryan says no.
Well, it was a pleasure, Tyler. Thank
All-time
you.
rivalry.
All-time
Ryan,
rivalry.
why is Ryan not on?
Ryan,
I feel-
see,
what I'm
you
saying.
will get on, but Ryan won't. I'd love to hear.
Why?
Ryan's
Ryan, what are you
fifth
doing?
agenda.
You're doing
Um,
nothing.
Exactly. I agree.
Exactly.
All right.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
course,
Take care,
Tyler.
Tyler.
Have a great
Take
night.
care, dude. All right. We have some options here.
Do we have people in the waiting room?
Oh, we have 2 bangers in the waiting room. We can go with Nick Pompey or Sean Van England.
Oh,
Well, Sean's time is very valuable, so let's get Sean on first. I feel.
yeah.
I agree. Sean on.
Sean,
Fair
Here
warning.
we go.
'Cause Sean has no filter whatsoever.
Sean, we need the picks for the week.
Sean, what's
Yes,
up?
sir.
Sean, what's
What's
up?
What's up? Well, okay. Hey, what's up, fellas? How you doing?
How you doing, Sean?
How are you?
Sean, I need your opinion right now on Kentucky losing to St. Peter's.
Hey, good job to St. Peter's. They came out and played. I mean, when you see a defense, when you don't see a defense like that during the regular season, I mean, it's tough to defend. So, I mean, they went out, they did their job, and you just got to hand it to them.
Yeah, I mean that's fair enough. All right, do
Sean,
you
can we get
still-
some picks for this week?
Yes. Who are your picks for this week?
Cam Smith,
Yes, love that. Love that.
$2,000.
Really? Wow. Do you still have your
Well-
$5,000 bet on Speed to win the PGA?
It was 2,500, but I could make it $5,000 if I wanted to. I'm up $6,000 today. I hit the casino pretty hard.
Hey,
I
it's
did-
Masters Week. No holding back.
I ditched work early, went to go play. and he blackjack for a little while. Was up a little bit, then went over to the roulette table at the Encore in Boston, and hit two
Oh, man.
numbers back. Hit two
numbers?
back to back.
That's ridiculous. That's insane. Well,
Yeah,
I guess it's just a sign. You gotta.
First time that's ever happened for me. I mean, I just took a chance. Or whatever.
Yeah, it's all luck, but I mean, I guess that means luck's on your side, right?
You never know. I've had a pretty shitty week, but that's all right. I got a beer now, and it's all right.
Well, your week's gonna turn around as soon as Cam Smith wins, because Cam Smith's gonna win this week. All right. What else?
I don't know.
I need to know. Before you go, where is Jordan Spieth finishing this week? I need a number. I need an exact
10.
placement. Top 10. What number? 10 exactly. 7th.
Inside top 5.
All right, that's specific enough. I'll take that. I mean, I'd take that if I had to.
I think the tide has got to turn for him. I mean, when I was on with you guys before, it's something I alluded to, that it's going to take. I think with the new kid, it's just going to take some time to
Yeah, I
adjust.
agree with that.
I'm not trying to be negative about the guy. I love Jordan, and it's tough. That adjustment affects everyone differently, and I personally would like to see him win the PGA, not because I have a bet on him, but to me, it's his best chance to do it. I mean, it's in his backyard, that sort of thing. And
It's fair.
I mean, I do like Rory, but I'd like to see Jordan get the Grand Slam first.
Well, that is very appealing to our viewers. I'll say that. Sean, are you around the rest of the week? Are you going to be watching the Masters every day?
I will be. Yeah. I mean, work's going to have the Masters on and everything. I'll be ready to go.
That's perfect.
Oh,
We're gonna have to have you on after every round, I guess. 'Cause
Oh,
you're
this is going to be great.
perfect. Absolutely perfect. All right, Sean. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow then, I guess, because we're gonna have to
Yeah.
have you on again.
Wait. Before I go, I have to share this one gambling story with you guys. Are you ready for this one?
Perfect. Yes, bring it on.
And,
Love this story.
Bob, I think I've told you part of this story. So this couple years ago when I was living in Florida, I bet on horses like no tomorrow. And I got this horse gambling group. Well, one day we're at the track, and we were up a solid amount. I mean, close to 5 figures we were up on the day. And collectively. So, we go back to my place, we're drinking, we're having some cigars, whatever. We're gone at this point. It's like sometime past midnight. We're all passed out. At least we thought all of us were passed out. One of our buddies comes knocking on my door. It's like, dude, I got a hunch on a race. We gotta hit it. He's going nuts. So we're like, dude, you're fucking hammered. Leave. He's like, no, I got this. So we get up. All right, what's the race? Thinking, okay, he just picked one horse, or he picked an exacta or whatever. No, this dumbass decided to pick a whole superfecta of random. I mean, this was the most random thing ever. There was like 16 horses in this race. He picked the 12, the 2, the 7, and the 3. He didn't box them either. He just went with that. So the race starts. The 12 starts out like shit. The 7 starts out like crap. The other 2 are doing just fine. All of a sudden, the 12 and the 7 come out of nowhere. The 12 came back from like 5 lengths down, wins the race. We just look at our friend as, how the hell did you pick this? He said, I don't even remember what numbers I put in.
Sean, do you remember when I told you about my the horse that was named after my grandfather?
Oh yeah, I won a lot of money on that race.
Yes, let's go. Yeah, he won his first ever race. My grandfather's a doctor, and he and one of his patients named a horse after him.
I remember you
And
telling me that, and I
he was like
raced.
a random guy, like a random horse. And I was like, Sean, I need to know how horse racing works. And he was like, all right, I'm gonna throw like a bunch of money on this horse. And he won first ever race. So
I'll never forget. Like, I was just coming home too, like from some trip or whatever, and you put in like I know we were talking horse racing in our group chat, and I just remember you saying, "Oh, my uncle's got a horse," and I'm like, "Fucking, I'm going right to my app and betting on this thing. What's the name of it?" I'm looking it up, and there's a couple minutes to go, and so I'm just quickly reading its numbers. I'm like, screw it, I'm just gonna go with it. The damn horse won by like 6 lengths.
yeah,
That
it was a
right to be the
blowout.
Derby.
Yeah, it was a blowout.
Yeah, that-
Sean,
The horse was paying 12-1. Nice day.
yeah, I should have made one of my bets of the week that Sean Van Anglen would tell a gambling story before he left.
Oh, I'll tell one every night. I got
Perfect.
I got some pretty damn good ones.
Sean, I need for tomorrow. I need your best golf gambling story for tomorrow. But you can't do it now. You got to save it.
That's
We have to
fine.
stretch out throughout the week.
No. This. I will have a different one for each week, but tomorrow I'll start off with a banger.
Perfect. That's perfect. That's exactly what we need. All right, Sean. Thank you.
All right, have a good
Take
one,
care,
fellas.
Sean.
You
Good
too.
night.
Love that guy, dude. Dude, he's
Glorious.
getting hyped up in the comments. People love him.
Dude, the best part about it is he's just wearing whatever the hell he's got on his head.
Yeah, dude, he sends me a picture of
And
that all the time.
he's-
He's like,
He's
look what I got on tonight.
he's just full of life, that guy.
What a human. What a human. All right, who do we got next?
It's a high
gonna
energy
go with-
individual.
This guy. Don't know who this is, but audio connected.
Welcome.
You on? Welcome, sir or ma'am. I don't know who this is. I can't see the face. You on?
You have anything for us?
All right, we will come back to you after.
Oh, did a
Cameron?
fantastic job.
Brookbank. We have like 10 people in the waiting room. That's fire.
It's pretty impressive.
Very impressive.
Connecting to audio.
Yeah, we gotta get him to connect. This is like Spieth trying to make a putt last week. Just a lot of misses. And he rolls in, then he rolls in a 50-footer with Sean.
He's having the same potato problem. We're gonna put him back in the waiting room and then try him again.
Who we on to?
I'm gonna just try him one more
I
time.
gotcha. I think it's good now.
Is he good? Cameron? Is that you? Are you in? Cam?
Hello.
Yes, no.
Connecting to audio again.
Thing.
Damn.
It's devastating. There he is.
There we go.
There we go. That you, Cam?
You're
You in?
You're muted now.
You're muted, yeah.
Yeah, what's up, man?
What's up?
up?
Well, how's it going?
Not bad. How are you guys?
We're doing well, I think. Yeah.
What's your hot take for this week?
My hot take is that Book It with Trent will be right for once.
Nice.
Really?
Those are things we love to hear.
Yeah, do you believe in the Trent curse?
Yeah. I anytime I bet, I don't bet. I fade him every time.
All right.
Jesus, man. That's tough scenes for Book It with Trent. But yeah, guy's the GOAT. Guy does a lot of good stuff on social media. He's really funny. Have any Spieth takes this week besides the fact he's gonna win that you want to share with us?
I guess not really. I mean, we expect him to have really good holes, and then of course we expect him to have those few holes. What was it? Was it 9 last year that he blew up?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the fact that he still had a chance, is just everything about him. So I don't know if there's anything to not expect. Maybe he'll play a little better this time because he's got a son now. So
True. He does have a son
Perspective.
now.
The
We did see
perspective.
Sammy for the first time today. That was cool.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, thanks for coming on. We'll have to see how your prediction looks after tomorrow, I guess.
yeah, man, we'll see. All right, I'll see you guys.
Take
So,
care.
yeah.
There, Cameron. Hey, get Nick Pompey in here.
Oh, does he have something?
He's been waiting for a while.
Nick Pompey still in the waiting room?
Yeah.
Nick Pompey.
My boy, Nick.
Don't give us this connecting the audio problem again.
Well, while we're waiting, I mean, Fade Bryson is in full force this week.
Very much.
There we go,
so.
Nick.
So
I
got
Yeah.
see him. I see
Nick.
him. We can't hear him.
Kicked in audio.
There,
There we
There
go.
we go.
Nick, big baseball game today?
Oh yeah, huge dub. We're good.
Yes, sir.
All right. What do I gotta say?
Nick, how many
Uh,
are we winning by this week? Is the real question.
Realistically, or like what he should win by?
We'll take
Both.
both.
Yeah.
Realistically, he should win by like 17 shots,
Okay.
but he's gonna win by like 2. He's gonna bogey at 18.
Okay.
That would not shock me in the least. A Jordan bogey on 18, but still winning would be very Jordan-like.
Was one for
kind
one.
of get our hopes up. But yeah, Nick, you're a new golf fan, right? When did you start watching golf?
Yeah, no. Like I know golf. I'm not like a retard, but
Well, you started watching golf within the last year, right?
yeah. Like as soon as he won the Valero, I was like, oh shit, I know this guy. Gonna
Yeah.
start following. Yeah.
That's good though. Yeah,
Expect that.
respect that a lot for sure. All right, well, thanks for sticking around in the waiting room so long. We'll see how your prediction looks tomorrow as well.
Sure, we'll talk in the morning.
Yeah. What's he need tomorrow? 4-shot lead to be on pace?
5.
5. All
All
right.
It's
Well,
doable.
then we'll look forward to 5. All right. See you, Nick.
Oh, I'm not done. What the fuck?
You're not done? All right. Let's hear it. Let's keep going.
Oh. One, his scripting sucks. What is he wearing this week, dude?
That's true. Actually, I don't think I've seen much worse. His
Come
US
on.
Open last year was
No,
awful. I know Jordan loved it. Jordan
I
loved
love the US
last
Open
week.
last year.
That was horrible.
I didn't love the white shirt with the stripes, but everything else is pretty good.
Sunday.
I thought the Open scripting was pretty good except for Sunday. That first day with the same one as Sunday, but teal and navy,
Wow.
or not teal and navy, like neon green navy. I bought that shirt immediately. That was a sick shirt. But I actually don't hate it. I think that Thursday through Saturday are pretty good. Sundays
good.
not great.
Sunday's
Well,
good.
That's horrible, dude. Why is he wearing that green twice? Like
Yeah, that's really my question.
once
Like, why
is
is he
enough.
wearing that twice?
the bag is sick.
The bag is sick.
What was I gonna say? And he's so hot.
True.
And Sammy, dude, why is he like ugly? Like I'm not even like being- why is he
Dude,
like
Sammy,
ugly?
Sammy's a beautiful baby, but
He
the
is, like,
picture that they
7
used of
months
him,
old.
No, they did him
They-
really dirty.
yeah, they did him awful with like his mouth wide open. They made him look like not great. Like that was disgusting. But what a beautiful family. Just love it, right? Like just absolutely love it.
Everyone's there too. His parents.
Everyone's
Andy.
there, his entire family, which is exactly how it should be when he wins 5-6 on Sunday.
Very true.
Yeah.
So what was I gonna say? Dude, why is he not wearing black, dude? Like, come on. That's
Yes, I agree.
like iconic black.
Yeah, he needs a black outfit.
Dude, why does he like I wish he would just wear like solid like shirts, like black, blue.
Like how he did at the start of his career.
Yeah. I sent
agree.
him the chat what I think he should wear, and it would be such a sick lineup.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I agree. I have almost all of my shirts are some of the. Do I have any like right here? I think I have some like right here. No, I don't have any
In the
shirts.
Robert
Yeah,
closet.
the Robert closet of doom. That's a black hole in there. So I always have my golf shirts right there, so that when I open it, I don't have to look at the rest of the closet.
Fair.
Yeah,
Why do I feel like it's
Nick, give us a bold prediction for this week.
yeah, non-Spieth related. I'd
Yeah.
like to hear.
bold prediction? I also like Cam Smith, dude. Like he's like one of my favorite golfers now. He's gonna putt
Yeah.
well. He's played at Augusta a ton of times. There's no way he doesn't like compete.
Sure.
But that's not really a hot take. So I'll say I think Tiger makes the cut. I think that's pretty much gonna happen. I think Bryson also misses the cut.
Mhm.
I think Willie Z is gonna be top 10 again. He's just like
I
dialed.
like it. I like it.
And then I don't know. Hovland's not gonna do good. Come on.
Yeah.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know what a chip is, dude. And someone in the chat sent him like chipping on like from the fringe from like 5 yards away, and they're like, he's elite now or something. It was like Nolan. Nolan's so stupid.
Heard a Justin Thomas prediction.
Justin Thomas, I don't know. It's gonna be tough to see what he does with Tiger not being within 5 yards of him every second.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, dude. That picture, dude. Like, they're like attached to each other.
Yeah, they're a good couple.
And what's the connection with Freddie Couples, dude? Like, why they like?
Well, Tiger always plays with Fred Couples at the Masters,
Why?
but apparently JT is now in that group now for whatever the reason may be.
Like, do you think Tiger actually likes him, or he just like lets him stick around?
It's a very good question.
I hate JT, dude. Like, I want to like him, but like, come on, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's how I am. Like I want to like him, but I just can't.
Like, he's just like that one dude at your school who's just like, anytime they say something, you're like, what the fuck are you talking? Like, you just can't.
I don't even know how to describe my JT feelings. It's like I want to like him because he's Speed's best friend, but like the
wanna like him 'cause he's Speed's best friend, but
Speed should have been stage of Speed's career did not rub off on me well.
I
When
wanna
they were like
him.
JT is what Speed should have been. Like, nah. He's got one major, dude. Like, chill out. But
Like,
I like the take
Spieth.
stick.
I want like JT, but JT's nothing like Spieth at all. Like, they're like two different people. Like,
Yeah.
JT's like hot shot one.
That's
That's
pretty
fair.
spot on. Yeah.
That's very fair. I know a lot of my followers like JT, and they're always like, why the JT hate?
No, my dad
Um,
loves JT, dude, and I'm like, why?
I mean, I could get why people like him, but like, it's a lot of things that turn me off about JT.
I agree. Nick.
Doesn't he? All right, yeah. If I gotta go, I gotta go.
No. You can keep talking if you go, but I'm just saying I love the takes. I think I agree with
Oh,
you,
okay.
Sven.
okay.
What do you got?
I was gonna ask Dan what he thinks about Brandon Johnson transferring.
Oh, phenomenal news. I know we switched it up real quick, but
Oh my God, he's horrible at basketball.
I'm glad he's gone.
Oh, it's my first time talking to Jordan and Dan. You know, I love Jordan. He's my icon. He's my Google.
I appreciate it, Nick. I try.
Dude, Tato's a hater, dude. You're actually like so freaking cute.
Tato is
Potato's just a hater of
nonsense.
everything to be.
Tato-
Why
Tato's a-
he called you ugly, but he didn't show his face.
I
on
know.
it.
It's very hypocritical.
Yeah, very hypocritical.
Dude, he literally looks like George Lopez at like 17 years old. Come on, dude. He's literally did. Nah, Tyler Upton's also a man child.
It's going on everyone.
Nick, you
Nah.
are being
fine,
you're
dude.
being like Elise's in the chat when he just goes out to everyone.
Oh, I need to meet Elise on like a live or something, dude.
Elise is goaded. I don't care if she hates me, like she's goaded.
Wait, she's not on it, right? Like, does anyone
Nah,
know what she looks like or anything?
Nah, I kind of know what she looks like. I've seen like a blurry pic. She's in Czechoslovakia right now or something.
Oh, so
Prague.
she's like vibing.
Lisa's in Prague.
Yeah, that's pretty fire though. But Nick, it was a pleasure.
It was a pleasure, dude.
You're gonna have to come on tomorrow as well.
Oh, I'll be on,
Perfect. I
I'll
love
be
it.
dude. All right.
All
See
right,
you, boys.
See
Take
you.
care.
All right, I think we got Riley Ruby coming in soon. I'd love to get him on. All right,
Trying to get Big John.
John.
Big
Yeah.
Johnny W. Where you at?
Oh, Johnny Wynn. Yeah, I don't know where he is. Do you know the Big J win the W does not stand for win? I was so disappointed when I heard that.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. It's probably his last name is
It's
like,
his middle name.
oh,
All right, Jackson.
What up, boys?
How you doing?
What's up?
I got a few takes for you.
Here
Let's
we go.
hear it.
First one, Spieth. I do think Spieth will win. I think it'll either be Spieth or Brooks.
nice.
That's basically what we have to.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't think you guys will like this one, but I do have Xander doing well. Xander top 10.
I was gonna take that for my placement. That was one of my.
Consistent for
That
him.
was one of my. I like that pick. I don't think he'll win, but I do agree with you. I do think he'll play well this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a good pick, safe pick.
Yeah,
he
one of
plays
my
pretty
friends
well
likes-
around here.
One of my friends likes Xander, and I whenever he has a pick, they end up doing well, even if I don't want them to. So that's probably gonna happen. And
Fair
then
enough.
I think Scotty Scheffler miscut.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I like that.
I
Sort of.
don't know
don't
if I-
hate it.
I don't know
don't
if
hate it.
I'd put money on it, but I got a good feeling about that one.
No, it's
Oh.
fair. It applies to
Oh.
kind of what I was saying earlier. Like, there's a big name that's bound to miss the cut this week that everyone thinks is going to play well. And,
Yeah, Scotty. Has Scotty played here?
yeah, he's played
Yeah.
well in the one time I think he played here.
Yeah, he's got a T20 or T18 or
Nice.
something like that. That
All right.
man, I don't know. Scotty could win this week though too. Like,
I feel like he's one of those
so
players
well.
that could miss the cut, but like he could also win.
yeah,
Scotty Wood would be something.
I don't hate that take though. Like I feel like
no,
we're due for one of those people that
Yeah.
miss the cut, right?
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't hate
nobody-
that take at all.
it's the right and it's the perfect amount of like bold. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Yeah,
it's like a very valid bold take.
Absolutely.
it.
Yeah, I agree with that a lot.
yeah. No, I mean nobody's gonna expect it, but what do you guys think the winning score will be?
I'm gonna go with 9. Maybe actually, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if it's 11 or 12, just because the first day.
That's,
But I think it's gonna be somewhere in that 8 to 12 range. That's my guess.
Dan Rappaport said 12. I'm rolling with 12 as well.
that's what I was thinking 12 in my head. That seems like a very valid
Yeah.
score for this week.
So
Yeah.
what do we think we need for tomorrow then?
And
What do we want to see from Jordan?
I need a 70. I need a
Sub 70.
badly. I need a 70 badly. I would sign up for a 70 right now because the winners don't historically play very well in the first round. Like here, that's
Yeah.
one of those things. Like the person who leads after round 1 does not usually win here. I mean, unless you're Jordan Spieth and you're just like a unit. But I just think there's so much talent in this field. I think it's going to come down to who plays the steadiest. I don't think we're going to see a winner this week that shoots 65, 64 in one of the rounds. I think it's going to be steady play that keeps them in it. So yeah, I think I'd love a 70 or 69, something like that.
Sub
Yeah, I'll
70, and Jordan's best round is the second round. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
we can just get going tomorrow. Friday should be fun.
Yeah, I
for
think
sure.
anything under par, like 71 wouldn't be the most ideal, but I would not complain at a 71. I don't
You're in the
Yeah.
tournament with a 71. To be
Right,
fair.
exactly. Yeah, just don't
exactly.
don't shoot yourself out of it day one.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was just talking to somebody about. I was like, I don't really I get hyped up for Thursdays, but then it's just a buzzkill when you're out of it. So you almost just want like you would take something just in the middle of the pack just so you're excited going into the second day
Yeah,
almost.
exactly.
But
Especially in the
no,
late early.
yeah, it sounds like he got the better draw though. Like
Yeah.
Friday's supposed to be windy, but he goes off in the morning. So is that true?
Yeah,
that's accurate.
it'll be fun to watch Friday after he's done because it's going to be pretty hectic.
Yeah. So what are we thinking the cut will be?
3 over.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I think Vegas has it set at 3.5. So right around 3 or 4 would be my guess.
Yeah, I'd basically agree with that. I don't think it's gonna get to 2.
No.
but I definitely don't think it's getting to 5.
I think it's 3. Yeah.
It's 3 or 4. It's got to be. It's going to be one of those two. If it's 5, that means that
It's going to be a lot firmer tomorrow than we think it is.
that would mean that Friday is ridiculous and tomorrow is not what we thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
I will say though, I think this is the type of setup where we could see like a leaderboard gap, if that makes any sense. Like I think we could see like 15 or 20 dudes kind of separate themselves pretty early.
Mhm. I agree with that.
Come Saturday, it's the top 10 is from 8 under to 2 under or 8 under to 3 under. Just because I think it's really gonna reward great shots this week, which it normally does, but I think more so this week than in some years. So it'll be a great watch, that's for sure.
Yeah. I'm thinking like 71 probably tomorrow, and then like 66 Friday.
That's
That'd be-
not something I'd be like shocked with at all. Like that's a very Jordan start.
Yeah,
to
it's
the
very
Masters.
classic Spieth right there.
Yeah,
Then we're feeling
I
good.
think that's a great take from that. And I love the Scotty. I think that's really bold.
We're 7 under through 2 rounds. I'm very happy.
Yeah, very happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm just banging on the fact that he hasn't made a putt in 3 months, but he putts well here. So
I like that. He's been putting well in the practice rounds from what we've heard too. So
and I need him to have a late tee time Sunday because I'm playing in a scramble, so don't want to be missing half his round. So
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. He's used to late Sunday tee times too. So
what time's usually the first group?
Sunday
First group.
it's normally like 9 something.
So I'm
Right.
Central Time. So, or I meant the last group.
Last group's usually like 2:30.
Yeah.
2:40.
Okay. So yeah, if he's, I mean, anywhere in the last like 5 groups, I wouldn't miss a shot.
Yeah.
Well, that's easy. It'll be
Hopefully he is.
Yeah, that
that makes it easy.
when he has a 3-shot lead going into Sunday. That'll
Yeah,
be,
no stress, right? Actually, no, a 3-shot lead would be so stressful.
we need an 8-shot lead to not be stressed.
Pretty much,
Exactly,
yeah.
because a 3-shot lead would be like worse than 2 back. I feel like. I mean, not like
Honestly,
what I take, but like stressful wise, like if we have a 3-shot lead, I'll be like, I won't be able to sleep. Because
Well-
like if he wins, it's great, but if he loses, it will be like, oh, another choke, and I'll be like, I can't take that again. Like I can't take that again.
well, if he has a 3-shot lead, then you're just waiting for the bad hole, and then it's tied. If you're down 2, I don't know. I just feel like you have better vibes. You're just like ready to attack, not
Yeah,
hold
you can
on.
attack more. Yeah.
But
I'd love to see Brooks Spieth on Sunday, final group. I think that'd be fantastic.
that'd be pretty sweet.
Little Beth Page throwback from Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, my boy Phil didn't have any problems with Brooks, so I think Spieth can take him on a Sunday.
Yeah. Hey, I don't hate that.
I'm still sad that Phil's not playing though.
Yes, I agree. Phil, I wish Phil was here, man.
I kind of have it to where, like, if somebody asks me my favorite golfer, I'll just say I can't choose. Like, I'm Spieth and Phil, and then
I get that.
JT and Ricky kind of below that. So
But
It's,
I just let someone else in on accident. That wasn't on purpose. Oh well.
Looking forward to
See,
seeing
maybe-
Ricky back at Augusta next
Yeah.
year.
yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I don't know about that.
No Ricky confidence, but hey, we appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming on.
Yep. Thanks, boys. Later.
Absolutely.
Yeah, take
See
care.
you. All right, few more. I'd say we got Riley right here.
Yeah.
Riley always brings takes.
We need takes. I'm actually curious, like non-Jordan takes too, because I mean we all think he's winning.
I'd love.
but I want to hear
I'd
like the
love to hear.
non-Jordan takes.
Man, it's connecting to audio is tough. It's about as slow as the Valero greens. I'm just
Ooh.
gonna keep making those jokes. get used to it, folks.
The thing with Spieth is we're gonna know so early tomorrow. Like,
That's
how it's
Yeah,
gonna
we
go.
If he'll be up there or not.
Pretty
Totally.
much, yeah.
Yeah. What's up, Riley?
What's up?
What's up? The lighting is not great where I'm at currently.
You're good.
But yeah, I can still.
Oh, you're
No,
from the
talk.
great state of Georgia, aren't you?
I am, yes, from Atlanta.
Oh, yeah, Georgia,
Right.
baby.
The land of peaches.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
did love
A
me.
lot different than Augusta National, but still
The lake's not that far.
still Georgia. Yeah.
So what are your thoughts?
Uh,
Any non-Spieth takes? We can get to Spieth takes too.
Well, okay, I'll give
Um,
you one thing before Riley starts. Riley's a massive Phil fan.
yeah.
So-
Indeed. Yeah.
So,
So I'd love to hear your take on Phil before you give your takes.
Well, first off, I'm very unhappy he's not playing
Yeah.
in the Masters, but I think he just actually needs time off right now. Honestly, who knows with Phil? Who knows what's going on in his head right now? I'm not sure if he's trying to scheme something or what, but obviously it really sucks seeing my favorite player miss my favorite tournament. But yeah, it's just really hard as a fan. But I guess the only thing that's, making it less bad for me this week is Tiger coming back. I'm really looking forward to that. And
I
so
agree.
there's something to look forward to.
No,
at the
I'm waking up
Masters this year.
tomorrow to. I love that he's in the morning wave tomorrow too.
I know.
Waking up, that's gonna be
Waking up.
sick.
Oh,
And then Friday
nothing
afternoon.
like it.
how do you think Tiger plays?
I think he'll make the cut. I do. I think he'll sniff contention, but I don't think he'll be in the top 5, top 10. I do think he'll be hovering around, contention, but I don't think he'll make a deep run just yet. But
I'm kind of.
I'd love to see it happen.
I'm definitely so much more optimistic now than I was a week ago. on
Oh yeah,
Tiger.
for sure. He looks great out there. Obviously it's going to be a physical battle, but he's mentally going to be all together for
Yeah,
a good week. Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. All right. What else? Do you have anything else? I'm
Um,
sure you have some.
I can give you my maybe top 3 for this week.
I like
Yes, please do.
Top 3 winners. I know it sounds like crazy to win 4 tournaments, but I'm going with Scheffler. I think
Wow.
he'll win his first major this year at the Masters. That would be my number 1.
I could see that happening.
My number 2 would be another first-time major winner, Patrick Cantlay. I know he's not in the best form right now, but he's a great putter. He's shown he can win. I think he can make a run. And then 3, I'm gonna go with Spieth. I think it's time.
That's a
think it's
good way
time.
of putting it.
It is so time.
His putting's been horrible, but it's Augusta National. He always seems to putt very well there, so I wouldn't be too surprised really to see him win again. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Right.
my top 3.
Spieth will be there. I think that's kind of the consensus. I mean, I know we're literally like a Spieth centered podcast, but it seems as if even the golf world kind of thinks it's Spieth himself seems very confident. He will be
Yeah.
there this week. And that
Yeah,
means
absolutely.
it's gonna be a fun week. So
It's always gonna be a fun week at the
That's-
Yeah, it
Masters.
is.
a very good point.
Always a fun week
Yeah.
at the Masters.
About 11 hours away.
I mean,
Yeah.
We're
it's
getting there.
it's surreal. It just
It is. It is.
Masters is always during spring break for me, so
That's sick.
there's nothing quite like it really. You can just wake up and tune into some golf. Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah. All right, Riley. I appreciate it. You gonna watch tomorrow? We can have you on after as well to give your thoughts.
Yeah, I'll watch tomorrow as well. Yep.
Perfect. All right.
Take care.
So yeah,
All right. Yeah, I'll see y'all. Have a good one.
Peace.
love that dude. All right, I think we got one more here.
Yeah, some good takes from Riley there.
Great takes from Riley.
The Scheffler one is interesting, but I mean not Scheffler, Cantlay, because I don't know. I just don't see Cantlay as that dude yet, but who knows? Maybe it is Patrick Cantlay's week. He has been under the radar.
Scheffler would be wild.
Yeah, I wouldn't have a problem with Scheffler doing it though. Like that'd be just watching. I mean, that's a Tiger rate,
Yeah.
of winning. So
Just feel he's up for a letdown. But I mean, I don't know. Thank God we'll find out soon enough. It's just so hard to pick that guy that's everyone thinks he's
Yeah.
gonna play well, that's not gonna play well.
I'm gonna put this guy in the waiting room one more time and try and get him back. Is that him? Is he here?
Hear us?
Dylan.
he's probably still connecting. Mr. Jim Quick.
There you go.
There he is. We got him.
How you doing?
Cue.
Connecting
Oh,
to
now he's
audio.
connected to audio.
There we go.
There we go.
Hello?
What's up, dude?
Hey,
What's up? All right, what do you got for us?
hey, can I say my speed pick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes,
Go ahead.
please do.
I think if he putts well, I think it's guaranteed that he's going to win this tournament.
I
Mm.
mean,
I like it.
I kind of agree. I mean, it's tough to not agree with that. Yeah.
I think with the way he's hitting it, I just think so. I just think he'll win if he putts well.
I mean, he's hitting it so well that it's like it's frustrating, but if the putts fall,
Yeah,
I mean, who knows? We could be
I
in
mean, if the
for a
putts fall,
great
it's
week.
guaranteed contention at the least, I think. At the very least.
Oh, at the very least. There's no way it's that bad, right? Thumbs have to
Thumbs will
come
go
up.
up
Yeah.
this week.
and
Yeah.
I have a pretty bold pick. Do you guys want to hear it?
Absolutely.
yeah.
Please do. We love the boldness.
I think Rory's gonna win the. I think Rory's gonna win the Masters this week.
Oh, wow. That is
Just
Oh, that
why?
just killed me. I mean, I don't hate the pick. I mean, I think it's very plausible. I think Rory comes in and wins random weeks, and these soft conditions, like
His record off of a missed cut too is really good.
it's scary. But I don't know. If Rory wins the Grand Slam before us, I'd be like devastated. But I don't like. I mean, the numbers point to this being like as Jordan said, this is a week that Rory plays very well at. He's never won, but he plays very well at the Masters.
The last group tomorrow.
I like the pick. I really do. Is he last off?
He's the last group.
He's last off.
Wow.
We were in that spot last year.
Oh man.
Oh, and I agree with you guys that Bryson's gonna miss the cut.
Yeah.
Fade
everybody-
Bryson full fade.
everybody's on the
Full
Bryson
fade.
fade train.
I think you have to be at 100% to have a chance at majors, especially. So, and the fact that he said he's
Yeah.
at 8, I
That's
like
a
his
good
chance.
point. It's a good
I
point.
mean, he also he's at 80% of his physical health. That
But,
doesn't
like,
mean 80%
okay.
of his game. Like
Alright.
that, he could be at 60% of his game.
Do we know what percent he's at though? Because he could
No,
be saying
huh.
80 because it's like the perfect combination of
But less, to
if
be
he
honest.
wins, he can be like, I'm just that good. And if he loses, it could be like, all right, I just wasn't there health wise, right? Like it could be one of those things.
Yeah.
But I agree with you, dude. I think those are good takes. I don't hate any one of them. I'd be devastated if Rory won, but I don't even hate Rory. I grew up loving Rory. Rory's my favorite golfer until Speed came along. I just
But-
don't want him to win the thing before.
If Rory wins, that gives Spieth, I think, a lot of motivation going into next
Absolutely.
month.
Because there hasn't been a guy who's won the career Grand Slam since Tiger, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, and that was 20 years ago, right? About.
Yeah.
Well, he won it 3 different times. So.
All right. We're just talking about the first time. You can only win the career Grand Slam once. That's
Can I,
fact.
can I ask you guys if you agree with this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, please do.
But in the last 8 years, is there no one who's had better history at Augusta than Jordan Spieth?
Correct.
I don't think there's. I mean,
scoring average
win wise, Tiger is better, but I think Jordan has the best
He's
scoring.
just talking the
average
last
here.
eight years.
I know, but I'm talking about like ever. He's got like the best scoring average, right?
Yeah.
Like
But-
he dominates this golf course. Like
Yeah.
it's a golf course that he makes his playground for 4 weeks at the beginning of April every year, and it's great to watch. but I am. It's yeah. I'd agree with you. I mean, besides the only person that you can say has a case is Bubba because he's won twice in the last 8 years. But I don't know how.
Consistency-wise, I'm taking
I don't know
Bubba.
how you could take Bubba over Spieth if you have to make it. I mean, don't get me wrong, prime Bubba was great, but has he won? He hasn't won much besides his 2 Masters, right?
Yeah, but
And he hasn't contended much, right?
No, that's the
not
funny
as
thing
much
with Bubba.
yeah.
Leaderboard very often.
Yeah, but not Dylan. I think you're spot on.
I'd
with
agree.
those.
It's very, very, very fun watching Jordan Spieth plot his way around Augusta National.
Yeah, because he finds a way even when he's not playing well to shoot well.
Yeah, his course management there is just always fantastic.
Yeah,
and it's fun to
100%.
watch.
Yeah.
I have one more thing to ask you guys.
Yeah.
This might be dark, but do you guys still hang on to that 2016 Masters at all, or no?
It's a good question. I haven't got that in a while. What's your take, Jordan?
No, I mean, at me as a person, I was 14 years old. So like, I mean, it's in the past. I mean, I'm just waiting for him to win another major. I mean, honestly, last year's Open hurt me even more than 2016 Masters in terms of relevance.
Yeah.
Just because Jordan played so good at Royal St. George's, and then
Yeah.
Colin Morikawa just decided to make every mid-range putt on Sunday.
Yeah,
That
those
irritated me.
bogeys on Saturday were really killed them.
Yeah, that 1-footer killed the vibes. But that's a really good question. I've never been asked this really. I've just had people troll about it. But my take on it is that I was around 11 years old. And I was a big Spieth fan then, don't get me wrong. I still watch almost all of his rounds, but at that age, I was so spoiled as a Spieth fan because I became a Spieth fan after the 2014 Masters. That's when I got into him. I loved him when he was contending as like that young kid. And I was spoiled having already got to watch him as a fan win 2 majors. And it felt like he was the greatest person in the world, right? I feel like he was going to be the next Tiger. So when that happened, I was like, all right, this sucks, but he's just going to do it again next year to win, right? Like that was my thought process. If that had happened today, I don't think I'd recover. Like I'm not even kidding. I don't think I could
That's
go
fair,
through
yeah.
that today. But back then, I took for granted how dominant he was, and I thought that would just continue forever. So I was like, all right, that's just like one gone. But hold on to it. I mean, I look back on it more than anything, and it's like, damn, he should really have 2 Masters. That's the big thing, right?
Do you think he still steps on the 12th tee, and does he still like have some flashbacks of that, or?
I don't think he thinks about it, but I mean, you'd be lying to say that he doesn't like know what happened, right? Like, but I think he uses it as motivation. Like, I don't think he stands there and it's like, oh my God, am I going to get this over the water? Like, he had 2 really bad golf shots at 2 really bad times.
I think the thing is too, and Jordan's eventually going to have a chance leading on Sunday where he steps on 12 tee, not like 2018 because he was playing catch up, but he's going to be leading the golf tournament and he's going to have a real chance to get retribution. And I mean, God hopes it's this week because he ain't going to make the same mistake twice. I think if he's within 3 shots going into the weekend, unless someone that just plays out of their mind, he wins this golf tournament.
I couldn't agree more with that.
Yeah.
And
thanks, Dylan. You want more?
I think Jordan Spieth is the most entertaining. How do I put this? Most entertaining interview guy to listen to. That makes sense.
Yeah, he is.
DJ's close.
DJ's hilarious.
DJ is close, but I would agree. He just gives so much insight, right? Like so much insight. It's beautiful.
Bryson's better, but it's just me.
All right. Well, Dylan, I appreciate you. Great takes.
Yeah, appreciate you coming on.
We'll have to have you back on
Great
tomorrow.
questions too, man.
Great questions. Great questions. That 2016 question, I've never been asked that in my entire life. I've ran the speed account for 3. Hold on to it. That was deep. I appreciate that. Thank you, dude.
Yeah.
All right. See ya. All right. I think I'm gonna have to cut it off there because I don't know if I have any more in me, especially when I have to do this.
Gas. We just went 2 hours strong.
Yeah, we went 2.5 hours strong, really, almost 2.5. But thank you guys. It's been a pleasure. We got a lot covered today, and I'm full tracking the entire week. So
yeah, and we're gonna be doing this after the next round. So if you didn't get in today, then
yeah, we'll be
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So
Be a fun week.
I think we're gonna have to sign off for now though, because I'm gonna go eat and go to bed so I can wake up to morning woods. It's 7. What's his tea time? 7.
No, Tiger's off at like 10
like
something,
10:30.
I think.
He's off late. What?
Yeah.
10:30.
No. Oh, so who's like the first tea time tomorrow?
It's JJ Spawn and I think Olazabal.
Olazabal.
Well, we'll set the alarm 10 minutes later. Nah, I gotta be up for the honorary tee shot. That's like a
There you
tradition,
go.
right?
Exactly.
My
I'm Boston
favorite
this year,
major
too.
tradition is Masters Thursday, and also I love US Open Thursday, where for the first hour I just root against birdies so I can see like a plus score winning. Like that's what I always love to do. I love rooting against birdies at the start of the US Open because eventually it's gonna get under par. But just being like, oh, this could be the week.
Don't forget the 3 a.m. the 3 a.m. wake ups when we're playing the Open either. Those don't.
Or you can pull an Evan Weber and pull an all nighter and be asleep by hole 5. But yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You're calling
Thank you
tonight?
guys. Yeah, it's been fun. So
Big day tomorrow.
Thank you guys for coming on for sure.
Yeah. Shout
All
out
right.
Jim Quick. You made me
Take
laugh.
care.
Shout out Jim Quick. Jim Quick was
He made me laugh. He's quick with it. He made me laugh today.
yeah. All right. We'll
Take
see
care,
ya.
y'all.
Peace.